from Frosty Eye Candy, or Frosty if you like, and this is The Joy of Pouring. Welcome along. Thank you, big thank you to everybody that was already waiting for the show there while it was the countdown was going. Thank you so much, friends. We all of us here, this is not my show, I don't call it my show, it's our show, because let's do the quick introductions. I have Christy, our USA correspondent, in my ear. We also have, and she's in the live chat there with you. We also have the lovely Bridget, who is another Canadian correspondent, in the live chat there. We also should have G from G-Pours, our illustrious leader on acrylic pouring for beginners. He should be in there too. And last but not least, my brother from another mother, the delectable, the darling Wombat in the live chat for you guys. So got to acknowledge those people, because the show couldn't happen, wouldn't happen, couldn't be as good as it is without these guys. Christy helping me here. And the last member of the group is the lovely Vanna, who is just off camera right now, just preparing things for us. But yes, our own Vanna White of acrylic pouring. What was the name we came up with you? Vanna? Oh, Vanna Swipe, rather than Vanna Wipe. That was just a little funny idea. Okay, quick few hellos. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Janice. Hello, Tina. Hi there, guys. Just love to give a quick few shouts out. Hang on, let me just get my pad here. Where is it? Run through them really quick. So, Brad from Lost Key Art, Britt, of course, from Britt Clayton Designs, the lovely Sheldon from Shellrock Arts, Shannon, Shanbean. Got to give a shout out to Kath as well from Canberra, Michelle from Phoenix Flow Art, Amber, Erin, Suzanne on the East Coast, I believe Suzanne is. Joanne, not forgetting Joanne. Hi there, Joanne. Thank you for joining us. Janice, Seth, Danny, Rosemary, and Pam. Now, apologies. Oh, I just saw Danielle. Hi there, Danielle. Apologies if I've missed you out. Please send us a message in the live chat, and the guys will relay it to me, and I'll give you a big shout out. So, excellent. That's the introductions done. So, let's just kind of move on to the first part of the show, and it's these two lovelies. Here we go. The Water Dragon canvas, or it's an acrylic, it's a board, but yeah, it's been covered in resin. But we've got the Water Dragon, and we have this piece here, the other test of doing our frosty modifications, how we can put extra lines outside the swipe to get some nice effects. How's that looking, Christy? Is that looking good? Excellent. So let's do the winner of these two first of all, shall we? Right, now, please, drum roll, please. Vanna, can you do a drum roll? There you go, I'll do the cymbals. The winner of the Water Dragon and the Frosty modification pieces is Debs. Now, all I've got is Debs, because that's all it says on your little profile thing on YouTube, where you had to comment on the piece. You had to comment on, comment on number 11 and comment love. Debs has won. So Debs, I'm going to be sending you a direct message through YouTube, I guess, to find out and get an address for you. And these two little beauties are now yours. So that's Debs is all I've got. That's what your handle is on YouTube, Debs. But here we go. We will hunt you down, we will track you down, and we will find an address, get an address, and we will send you these babies. So that's that little bit out of the way, and we'll do that again in the intermission, just in case anyone misses the beginning of the show. And let's just now do the dried results of last week. There we go. The lovely dried, absolutely beautiful, as you can see. And the metallic really gives us that extra kind of depth and everything. So this was the test between spinning and then tilting. Now, if we're going for like a galaxy pour or something like that, obviously tilting is the way to go, because it really, to me, looks like a nice kind of galaxy or a nebula, something like that. But these are the dried results of last week. So it's these two we're going to set the competition for, and not forgetting the dried results of the more advanced session. Here we go. We had a little bit of meltage just here in the middle, because I was using, again, really old paints, and we were trying to match the consistencies, but still quite a pretty piece, pretty colours. and I'll see if I can maybe get a coat of resin on these ones for you. So how do you win these ones? Right, if you would please watch video number 12. You're going to have to kind of go onto my channel, click on videos and scroll quite far down to find number 12. But if you could watch number 12, please, in its entirety. This helps maintain my watched hours, which means that I start to get monetization, which is really great because I get a little bit of money paid from YouTube, which is fantastic, and it helps us carry on and do more and more awesome videos for you. So if you'd like to watch, yes, video number 12, it's a bloom, and comment love on that, and these will be yours. Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next bit. That's that. We'll repeat this again quickly in the halftime, just for anybody that didn't see it or has joined us late. 1 second, please, friends. Hi there, right, Christy has just, Nicole just asked, why does melting happen? Melting happens when our consistencies are just off a little bit. There's a very, very fine line between being too thin and too thick. And then we also have the added variable of how thick or thin your cell activator is as well. Now, if these ratios are off just a little bit, that's what will cause the melting. And melting is, what I call melting is, you see these cells here are beautiful and they've retained their shape all the way around the edge. But the paint was still just a little bit thick here in the middle. And because our consistencies were off, it's just melted a little bit. It's not too bad. It's still very pretty. I think it's still very pretty and definitely worth watching video number 12, commenting love, to win. So I hope that answers your question. Christy just funneled that in through my ear right now. Hi there, buddy. I've been kind of ambushed by the cat in the work area, which is great. But let's get the camera pointing down. There we go. Bless him. He wants some attention. Here we go, guys. So this was one of my practice runs for what we're doing first here, which is Dutch pours for beginners. Oh, 1 second. One thing I have forgot, and I would like to look at you to tell you about this. Christy's giggling in my ear for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I don't get to see the live chats. I'm getting ribbed. I hope everybody that's watching today, thank you so much. I mean, it was lots of fun last week, but I hope we kept it on the, the fun side of silly and didn't go too far with the dancing and the twerking and things like this, because, it's great to have a good fun giggle about it and everything, but we still kind of got to keep it a little bit serious. We're trying to learn here, but I will dance monkey dance if that is what the general populace wants. Okay, so right. Let me just cover the stickers and super chats with you guys. If you look in the bottom right hand corner of your screen where you type your message in and press send into the live chat, there will be a little $ there. Now you can click on that and it will give you an option to purchase sticker packs and then take you through to the appropriate like credit card payment or a debit card payment system. It's totally fun and safe and secure, but the stickers and the super chats are a way to get your message highlighted in the chat that is going quite fast, as I can see right now on the side of my screen. It gets your message highlighted and it's more likely to get noticed. And the money from these super chats help the smaller YouTube artists like myself earn a small amount of revenue, as we try to build our channel and we build our stream and we build our reputation, and we ask you guys to spread the words, tell everybody you could organise painting parties. I know on the East Coast it's already 5 p.m, so that's cocktail hour without a doubt. So you could organise a nice painting party with some friends of you and a nice bottle of vino, and I'd be happy to entertain you with some acrylic pouring. But that's the super chat and the super stickers. Now, why am I asking you to use those? is because, like I've said, it generates a small amount of income, revenue for the smaller YouTube artists. But why I would like it is because I'd like to be able to bring you guys a better show. So I need another couple of cameras, one that's always on me as such, on my ugly mug, and then another camera that will be focused on what we're actually doing the whole time. And when we get really good with our show, you'll be able to flip in between the two images where you'll see up close what we're looking at and then out far me in the studio and everything like that. And hopefully when we get there, we will also have little pictures of all of our fantastic co-hosts that are in the live chat also. And I think it would be great if you could hear what Christy is saying in my ear, because that would really be a fantastic, she's laughing now, that would be a really fantastic, fun, interactive show where you can really get other people's reactions to what's going on. Not just silly old Frosty, okay? So that's the super chat and the super stickers. That's that done. 1 second, just quick drink. And a quick look at my notes just to make sure. Oh yes, remind you guys to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I mean, I was quite guilty of it when I first got into acrylic pouring during the lockdowns. I followed some people, but I didn't actually subscribe to them ever. I was just watching their videos again and again. Oh, wow, Heather, I just saw a sticker fly up there. Heather, thank you so much. And apologies if one has already come up and I've missed it because I've been waffling and chit-chatting. But anyway, yes, to subscribe. If you guys that are watching, if you've not subscribed, all you need to do is just set up a YouTube account, and it's really easy. All they want is your email address, but then you'll be able to like my videos, comment on the videos, and you'll be able to interact with all of these crazy loonies that are in the live chat there. And of course, I mean that term of endearment, you know, crazy loonies, because I'm absolutely one of them. But anyway, that's the subscribe and to interact in the live chat and everything. Another way you can support me would be to go to my Facebook store. Now I'm sure the guys, they've got the links, they might copy and paste it and flash it up in the live chat. But if you go to my Facebook page and you could like and follow me on that as well, that would be great. But in the options at the top, the little headers, there's a shop function. And if you click on the shop, you'll find most of the pieces that I've made in a lot of my videos are actually still available and very reasonably priced, I'd like to say. And you could support me that way, and that way you actually get a piece of art as well, because I don't like asking for things for free, you know, because that's just not me. Anyway, that's it. Oh, Josh, Josh is here. Hi, Josh. Thanks for joining us. And you just gave me $3 and a sticker. Thank you so much, Josh. That's so kind of you. I really do appreciate that. That's lovely. And Lara, I can see, oh, sorry, your message just disappeared. But hi there, Lara. Oh, no. Kendo Ratcliffe is here. Hi there, Kendo. How are you doing? So I could stand here all day and just be giving shouts out and things like that. If there's something really specific, write it in the chat and it will get relayed to me via the lovely Christy who's in my ear. So chitty chat, chat. Let's get the camera pointing down and we're going to get on with my style of Dutch pours for beginners. Okay. So excuse me while I just move the camera down, ding, ding. And here we go. So this was the result, guys, of my, oh, hang on 1 second. Just need to also angle the light ring down. Here we go, so it's a little bit brighter. Meow, that's our little cat, that's Mew right there, who's finally glad that winter has left its grips on the mountain and he can go out and find grass and play. Anyway, this is the result of my experimentations with doing a Dutch pour this week. Now, I did actually do a couple. Oh, thank you. I just saw another sticker go past. Thank you so much. I'm sure the co-hosts will thank you in the live chat right there. But thank you. So this is the result of my Dutch pour experiments. Now, let's just get, from the get-go, let's just say, this is a Dutch pour style, in floating air quotes here, you can see me, because if it's a true Dutch pour, it follows a rather specific recipe, adding lots and lots of water to paint. And I found different recipes online. There's quite a few of them. But I figured, my thinking for this is, because we've been doing everything with Dollarstore paints and our US Floetrol right here, I was going to experiment and to keep it really super simple for you guys. So you can try virtually all of the techniques, the beginner techniques, with just the really simple ingredients of Dollarstore paint and then the US Floetrol at a ratio of 2:1. So that's 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint, okay guys? So yeah, I did this to keep the simplicity of it all. So you can try and experiment with most of the different beginner styles, and you can get good effects like this. Now, we're going to be working on another 8x10 canvas. And when we're working this small, we really don't need to be using a hairdryer. Now, if in the comments you were really hoping we were going to do a larger piece with a hairdryer, we will cover that topic in the coming weeks, absolutely for you. But again, because this is the beginner section and we're using just small little canvases, I always kind of base the beginner section on somebody that may be on a limited or a restricted budget, so can't afford a large canvas to actually warrant using a hairdryer on it. So we're going to be using the same ratio that we've been using before, 2:1, and we're going to use our mouths to blow this out. Now I'm going to use my mouth for a minute just to take another drink because I am chatting. And I am going to... I need my chair, Vanna, that you stole from underneath the chair, the table, darling. Thank you. Nothing like setting yourself up and you go, oh, and it's literally like kind of stepping on a step that wasn't there. Kind of like, reaching like this. Yeah, lucky I didn't sit down. This is what Christy's just said in my ear. So hi there guys, we've got 35 likes, 35 thumbs up. We've got 70 people in the live chat. That's fantastic. 74 Christy has just updated me on that. So fantastic. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. One other thing I just wanted to waffle. Oh, Laura wants to know where I'm from. I'm just getting the message relayed from Christy here. Hi there, Laura. Big shout out to you. Where am I from? Yes, because I'm not really from North America. This accent ain't North American, is it? So I was born in England. That was a really crazy Southern England accent I just did there, really. Not very well. But yes, Laura, I was born in the UK, but I now live in North America. I've been here for 13 years now. So anyway, let's get on with some painting. Oh no, I wanted to say just one more little quick waffle. Please guys, if you could spread the word far and wide about our little show here, please tell anybody you could think would be remotely interested. Please tell them about it, because we're trying to increase the watchers and the subscribers and the actual kind of interaction on the channel. So the best thing I can really do is just ask the people that are already watching and already love the show, if you could please be a spokesperson for us. And please tell everybody you know that this crazy... Sorry, I'm being completely distracted because now my cat is throwing rocks around in his litter box. I'm sorry, guys. So if you could please tell everybody you know about the show, and let's spread the word far and wide about the joy of pouring. So let's get the camera pointing down. I'll carry on chitty-chatting a bit, but we are going to... Sorry, I'm just trying to get the camera straight. It really bugs me when I can't get the camera straight for you guys. There we go. How's that looking, Christy? Is that good? Excellent. What, the links aren't working? Which links aren't working? Sorry, I'm having Christy talk in my ear right now, everyone. Right, can you say that again, Christy? No, not that I'm aware of, but sorry guys, everybody, I'm just having Christy talk into my ear saying they can't put links in the live chat. They've been able to do this before. I have no idea why they can't, but I'm using my phone right now to do the filming and I can't start going into it and changing things, because I will lose you all and it will be the end of JOP. So I have no... What links do they want? Because then we can just read them out to them and they can write them down. thank you guys for bearing with us. Okay, so guys, yes, Christy's just told me that they can't put any links in the live chat. And now I have no idea why. And like I've just said, I can't figure out why because I'll have to close the live stream and that will be the end of it. So I'm afraid, sorry, apologies. We are going to just have to, I'm going to have to tell you because after the show here, we've got a couple more premieres of Christy and Darren. And so it's Christy from Christy's Creations. That's Darren from Venom Fluid Arts, our beloved Wombat. And that's going to be at 4 o'clock and 4:15. And then at 5 o'clock, there's going to be a little bit of a break for you guys to get a quick drink and a snack. But then 5 o'clock, we've got our lovely Shan Bean from Shan B Fluid Art. She is doing her premiere at 5 p.m. So all I'm afraid we're going to be able to do if we can't sort this out is I'm just going to have to tell you their YouTube names, the channel names. And it's not going to be that big a hassle. All you have to do is just open YouTube, go into the search bar, type their channel name, and their premiere will pop up straight away. Okay, friends? How's that, Christy? Okay, and personally, just to my co-hosts, I'm really sorry. I will double back and go through and see if I haven't got a box checked or unchecked, which means you can't post a link. But as far as I was concerned, I did the same thing I always do, but we'll sort that out. Oh, I just saw a sticker go up from Laurie. Laurie, oh, Laurie, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you, Laurie. Oh, wow. Okay, so back to the Dutch pours for beginners. So let's mix ourselves up some paint, okay, guys? Now, I've already got the US Floetrol. As you can see, this is almost empty now from all of the JOPs I've been doing for you guys. It's just got a little bit in. But what I did was I strained it because the last couple, there was a couple of little boogers in there, a couple of little bits of dried schmutz or whatever. So I just strained it into a cup here. So that's all that's in this solo cup here is the US Floetrol. Okay, guys? And going to do the same mixing like we usually do. 1, 2, 3, 4 little 2-ounce solo cups. So we're going to put a generous ounce in each one. Bingo. Da, 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 da. Honestly, I'm glad you guys like watching this because I mean, you know, this is only one step away from watching paint dry, isn't it? Watching paint pour. I joke, of course, you know, because that's supposed to be a description of something that's boring. But anyway, I don't know. Again, I'm ad-libbing. I should stay on topic. No ad-libbing. That's how we got into the dance monkey dance last week, didn't we? Oh yes, we also need to make up some base, guys. And what I'm going to do is fill this one right up for a nice, generous 2 ounces of the Floetrol. And I did say in the midweek little advert for the show that we're going to be using our the acrylic white Dollarstore paint to make a base. Now, I went back to the Dollarstore because all I've got in there is just next to nothing. I went back to the Dollarstore to get some more white and they didn't have any. So all I can do now is use black instead because that's what I've actually got. So we're going to get out the black and we're going to make a black base. Okay, guys? So we put 2 ounces of the Floetrol in the solo cup right here. Let's just move this little pretty out the way just in case, because you know what I'm like with throwing paint around and it would be a shame to lose this little pretty. So we've got the 2 ounces of Floetrol in the solo cup right there. Now we want an ounce of the black. Now I'm trying to use up the last little bits because we don't like wasting at all of the black that I've got. We've got, here we go. So we want an ounce in the black and the ounce is up to the first little line here, guys. And because we've used the same little cup to measure out the Floetrol, hopefully the black won't all completely stay in the cup and it comes out pretty well. Nice, exactly. There you go, just like that. So we've got a real excellent, perfect measurement. So there we go. Let's just give the base a little bit of a mix up. And just for those at home that are joining us for the first time, hi there friends, hi there new friends. I'm going to show you the consistency of the black base. So can we see that, Christy? Excellent, brilliant. Yeah, it just drizzles off the stick nicely. Beautiful, there we go, that's a lovely black base there. So yeah, we're going to try these colours, the cobalt blue, the majestic purple, the fuchsia fawn, and then the sky blue are the 4 colours we're going to use. So I just need to just pour out another ounce, generous ounce, here we go, of the Floetrol. And we've got our colours right here, brilliant. Now again, I'm trying to use up the... Oh, yes, you can use exactly the same. If you're using the Australian Floetrol, we had this question a little while ago, didn't we? And it was brilliant because I wasn't 100% sure, but then after Darren answered brilliantly, it's going to be exactly the same. Because the Floetrol, the Australian Floetrol and the US Floetrol are not exactly the same, but they're pretty comparable, you know. And again, it's just another one bringing us full circle back to that first episode. Consistency is key. As long as you've got the even consistency, comparable consistency all the way through, things are going to work really quite nicely for you. Okay, so yes, just the same 2 to 1, so an ounce of Aussie Floetrol, and I'm just using up these old bottles in case we can get some out. Oh. Next to nothing out of that one, but at least we tried, right guys? We don't like wasting. So again, we're going to fill up, because we put the generous ounce in, we're going to fill up halfway in between the bottom line and the middle line, okay friends? Let me just show you. Oops, that was maybe just a little tad too much, but we've got a nice generous ounce and a half. And just because of that extra little slip up, maybe about an ounce of 3/4, okay guys? Meow, what's up, bud? Yeah, he wants attention. Did you guys hear mew? There we go, I'm pretty sure I heard Christy go, yes, we hear him. So there we go, guys. There's a nice half an ounce in there to bring the line up halfway in between. And we've got the cobalt blue. There we go, you see, And then the majestic purple. Now we've got some purple over here. Hopefully we can get a bit more out of the old bottles. Perfect, there we go. We've got another old bottle here too. Perfect, there we go. So there are our colours, my friends. Let's just give these a little mixy mix up. Mixy mix. I can see 78 people are in the chat. Is it, Christy? Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, guys. And 52 thumbs up we've got already. I love it. Thank you. Again, if you've just joined us, welcome to the Joy of Pouring. I am Frosty from Frosty Eye Candy. In my ear, we have the lovely Christy, my #1 fan. She's our USA correspondent. We have in the live, and she's also in the live chat. We also have the fantastic and amazing, beautiful Bridget, who is another Canadian correspondent in the live chat. We also hopefully have G, our Egyptian correspondent and our illustrious leader in our Facebook group, Acrylic Pouring for Beginners. If you haven't joined the group, I strongly suggest you do so, guys. It's the group that we run, and it's a thoroughly good time and a good, awesome group to be part of. It's an acrylic safe space, and it's for beginners and for more experienced people to share their work in a safe environment where they're not going to be ridiculed or anything like that because they're just beginning, and they can get constructive criticism and help and feedback on their pours. So that's the fantastic G, and our leader at Acrylic Pouring. And not forgetting, last but not least, the lovely, the fantastic Wombat, my brother from another mother, Darren in Australia, who's our Australian correspondent. And we might have in the live chat, there might be Sheldon, so I'm going to give another shout out to Sheldon. There might be Shannon, Shani Bean, I'm going to give a shout out to you. And also I'm going to give a shout out to Crystal Bean and Jen Bean, the first couple of members that I've given jelly bean names to. Now, what are jelly beans? Jelly beans are the name we give to those lovely, beautiful cells that look so plump and ripe when they get it real good. You could just pluck them out like a jelly bean. And I think it was actually it was Bridget, I think, first came up with that term. I think it was. But anyway, our jelly beans, they're our members in acrylic pouring for beginners. And we love you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, chitty chat, chat. Another quick drink. I must learn to take smaller sips because I had a pint of water and it's nearly almost gone, which would explain why the urgency at the end of the show when my bladder feels rather full. Anyway, so here we go, guys. There's the consistency of the sky blue. As well as I've been chatting, you've seen me show you the consistency of the other paints. So they're all very comparable, and like we know, consistency is key. As long as they're all nice and similar, we're going to get some good results. Now, we've mixed up our base, and our base was just 2 to 1. And anyone that joining us that are expecting kind of like hair dryers and things like that, recipes for Dutch pours, what I'm doing is doing a Dutch pour style, using our Dollarstore paints and using just Australian Floetrol. I did do a couple of tests with adding some water to these Dollarstore paints because if it's a real Dutch pour, and by the way, the inventor of the Dutch pour, and here we go with my butchery of pronouncing their name properly, but the inventor of the Dutch pour was actually a lovely person called, and I'm going to try and pronounce it, Rinsk Duna, who first did the Dutch pour with acrylic paints, and she uses, and I've seen lots of our fantastic advanced artists in the group do fantastic Dutch pours. I mean, Britt from Britt Paint and Design does some beautiful Dutch pours, as does Sheldon, and I'm afraid as does our beautiful Bridget too. And I remember even our lovely darling Christy showed one of her first pictures to me, and it was a Dutch pour, and it was absolutely cracking. I love it. But anyway, yes, we're not using the original or real, like we're not putting water with this, because when we put water with this, it really breaks the very loose binders that are in them down very quickly. Now, we put Floetrol with it, which has good binders with it, but because of the quality of the pigments of the paint and everything, when we add water to this, in my experiments, it was not giving us a good result whatsoever. And this then brought me around to thinking, right, okay, well, this is for the beginners. Let's keep the show for the beginners that we've been, teaching along the way from the first show. And we're going to stick to the same ratio because you can get really good Dutch pour style results with a really simple and easy recipe of just Floetrol and the Dollarstore paints. Okay, friends, so there we go. We've got our base that we're going to put down here, and this one's going to be black. Now, as you can tell, this one was on white, and as I mentioned in the little trailer halfway through the week, the little advert for the program, I said we're going to be using our white for the base, and they didn't have any more white at the Dollarstore, so we're going to be using black and seeing how these colors look on black. Now, we do know that this purple here, gorgeous as it is either it's semi-transparent, because if we just have this on its own on black, it kind of disappears a little bit because it's semi-transparent. So it would be like a colored stained glass window that you can see through, and it would be nighttime. So you're not going to see much purple at nighttime. Is that a good explanation, Christy? Fantastic. She says yes. If you don't agree, please tell Christy and the other guys. I was going to give out your email. Then that was just going to be please email Christy at. Right. So here's our base, guys. It's also 2 to 1. So 2 ounces of Floetrol to 1 ounce of the black, and the other thing is we're going to be using our mouths to blow it out, because we're going to be using, excuse me for turning away while talking to you, we're going to be using one of the little 8x10 wooden cradle boards. Okay, these are a little bit more, they're about twice the price of the canvas 8x10 canvases that I've been using before, and the reason why I prefer them is just because of the wood. It just gives a better substrate for the paint to sit on, and it's going to look great. Now when we're doing a Dutch pour on something this size, we're only going to use our mouth, not a hairdryer. If doing a larger Dutch pour with these colours and using a hairdryer is something that you were expecting or hoping, please let them know in the live chat and we will put it into our diaries and make it a show one day. But anyway, so this is a small canvas, doesn't warrant a hairdryer, so we're going to blow that out with our lungs. So, like I said, I tried the other one on a white and it worked really nicely. So I'm hoping it's going to work like this. So if you're painting with me at home, and now after all my waffling, you got your colours mixed up, we're going to pour nearly all of this on the 8x10, okay? Not all of it, nearly all of it, because we want a little bit left when we've put the stripes of our colours down. We're going to put a stripe of the base paint and we're going to blow the base paint over the colours, and that's how it's going to work, or that's how I'm going to do it for this Dutch pour style effect. So yeah, save a little bit of the base, okay guys? So I'm just going to right, Melanie, was that Melanie or Melody? Melody, hi there Melody. She says a hairdryer please. Okay, no worries, absolutely. We will get that in the programming and we will do something about that for you, Melody. But this is also going to help you if you're having trouble with the hairdryer. Doing it this way is also going to be helpful to you, because the way we're going to blow on this to get that nice Dutch pour style is very much going to be the way you actually use or need to use the hairdryer. Not as with difference, I'm just going to waffle while I'm spreading this out, okay guys? One of the, obviously there's many differences between a Dutch pour and let's say a bloom, but when we're doing a small Dutch pour like this, like I said, and we're going to blow the Dutch pour out, it is kind of a little bit similar to when we're blowing out a bloom, because as opposed to with a bloom, you want to, you know, we use the cell activator and we need to blow down a little bit first on the cell activator and then out and blow the cell activator over our colors. With this, we just need to really get quite close. And yes, I've been getting paint in my beard, so yes, you're going to have a good chuckle. But you need to get quite close to blow right across the colours, okay, guys? I hope this is making sense. Is that making sense, Christy? Excellent. She tells me yes. Oh, Sean, what, Vanna? Have you been answering questions? Oh, brilliant. Van is fantastic. This is awesome. So anyway, the other thing with the Dutch pour is, yes, when we use a hairdryer, we blow it all out. With this Dutch pour style we're doing here, after we actually do the colours and we blow it out, because of the amount of paint that's left on there, it will dry nicely. But as with the experiment, you can kind of see I had to tilt it so the paint was nice and evenly over all the actual canvas. So that's another thing we don't do with a Dutch pour, is tilt it. So but that's what we're going to do here, because again, this is Dutch pour style for beginners at JOP. Okay, my friends. So as we said, the purple is definitely either semi-transparent or transparent, because we lose it on the black. So what we're going to do is put the light blue down, the cobalt blue down first. Then we're going to use the purple. Then we're going to use the fuchsia fun, and then the sky blue. Is that okay, guys? Is everything cool? Is everything okay in the chat rooms? Oh. This is it, right? So a question, someone asked a question in the group, sorry, I didn't get a name, about suitable hair dryers for this. Now, as you may have known if you were watching last week, I did say I've only ever done one Dutch pour, and I did use a hairdryer, but I am not the best qualified to give you that advice. And, you know, by doing this show, I'm never saying that I know it all or ever beginning to pretend that I know it all. I don't. A lot of this you're going to be learning along with me, and a lot of it I'm going to be imparting the knowledge that I do have on the other techniques. But I don't claim to know it all at all whatsoever. But if someone in the chat could please suggest a suitable or a good hairdryer that they have used and got good results, either Bridget, I guess, or Brit, or if Charmaine, not Charmaine, sorry, Michelle, or yes, Charmaine from the group is there, that I know they all do really great Dutch pours. So if they could suggest one for you, that would be really excellent. Okay, there we go. There's our base down there. So we're going to put some stripes of colours. Now I tried the two, one way, one the other way, but I'm just going to kind of go. Right, yes, I'm just going to go from up, for the way you guys are looking, from the bottom to the top. Just a little kind of, there we go. Excellent. Now, I don't like using too much paint because we like, if it's a good Dutch pour, we like getting a little bit of negative space. And the other thing about the Dutch pours, the purists really like having no cells whatsoever. Personally, I love cells, but they should be happy, because even though I'm not following a purist Dutch pour recipe, we are going to get an effect very similar to the Dutch pour, because there's hardly going to be any cells whatsoever. So there we go. And now the last one. Brilliant, there we go. So that's our colours. Now, as we know from previous shows, I'm a bit of a bull in a china shop. So before I throw the peach, the passion, the fuchsia everywhere and all over myself, I'm going to move it to the side. I can hear Christy is giggling right there. Now, this is why we, in my ear, bless her. This is why we were saving just a little bit of paint, okay, guys? So we're going to pour what's left of our base, not on top, but just follow this line here, okay? Just on one side, so. Just so there's a little bit more base there, because we're going to blow. This is where I'd like to think it's a little more like a Dutch pour, because we're going to blow the base over the colours first. So again, you're going to get real low and blow across straight away, not down, just across. Okay, friends, here we go. Now we turn it around the other way, and now we're going to blow these colours, oops, back over themselves, and then we're going to blow it backwards and forwards a little bit until we get a pleasing pattern that we like. So again, sorry, I need more water. Hey Vanna, could I have some more water, please? Okay, guys. Pardon? Sorry. There's sorry, Christy just said in my ear, there's 91 people in the chat right now, which is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, my friends. While I've got you all captives right now watching, could I please ask you to spread the word of our little show far and wide? Please tell anybody and everybody you feel may be remotely interested in having some fun with us on a Sunday afternoon. Please, 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 if our show has brought you some joy, please share it with others, okay, friends? Now, before anything happens here, I'm going to blow this back and see if we can get some nice, pleasing patterns. Excellent, there we go, guys. I don't think that's too bad. Now we're just going to blow back that way and see if we can kind of just get the paint a little more even on the canvas. But again, just blow straight across, guys, not down. There we go. Excellent. So I'm just going to pick this up and hold it up for you guys so you can get a good little good look at that. There we go, my friends. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments, in the live chat rather. What do you think? The colours are really pretty, aren't they? Yes. Sorry. I keep forgetting to tell you guys watching at home, when I just talk randomly, it's because I'm speaking to Christy in my ear. And I mean to say each time, Christy is just saying in my ear. The colours are really pretty and it's a lovely colour palette. It worked really nicely on the white that I liked very much. So this was a, live kind of experiment for me too, how the colours would look on a black background. But I like the way we've blown it out there. I might just give it just a little more, couple of little, no, actually, I'm going to leave this exactly as it is. Now, so let's just calculate the amount of paint we've got here, guys. We put down at least 3 ounces, all of the black base. And then we had, I'm going to look at what paint we've got left in our little pots here. It's just above the 1 ounce mark. And we mixed up 1.5 ounces of each colour, the 4 colours. So 1/2 ounce of each is 2 ounces, plus the 3 base is 5 ounces, give or take 5 or maybe 6 ounces. And you can see how it's covered the 8x10 beautifully. And hopefully now I'm going to tilt it. We're going to get the excess paint off. It's going to keep the beautiful Dutch pour kind of pattern. And we're not going to waste so much paint because I don't like wasting paint, as I guess none of you do. So again, we're going to move it around, guys. Just get it all moving kind of gently. There's one. Here we go. And we're going to go for this corner first. The paint's not going to move that quickly. Oh, yes it is. It's moving very beautifully. Excellent. Over that corner. And now we just need to let the paint come back into the middle of the cradle, guys, before we go for the next corner, which I'm going to do that one. So, how's that looking, Christy? Am I keeping it in the shot? It's hard to look what I'm doing and still keep the things in the shot here. Okay, guys, so that's that corner. So now we need to pour it back to the middle. And as you can see, by tilting it like this, we're making the paint really even around all of the actual canvas here, or the cradle that I'm using. It's all finding its level really nicely because we are using the Floetrol for actually, I mean, there's been lots of debate about, you're not using it for its intended purpose. Now, I don't want to start an argument or anything like that, okay, my friends, but I use it for its intended purpose, which is to extend the drying time of paints, house paint, when you're decorating, painting your house, to extend the drying time if you're doing it in a hot environment, and also to eliminate roller and brush marks. Okay, now it's been formulated for acrylic and latex paints. Now we are using acrylic paint. So I can tell you right now, anybody that says you're not using it for its intended purpose, I don't want to start an argument, but you're wrong as far as I'm concerned, as a professional in the business using Floetrol for its intended purposes. Now, here we go, guys, just letting it come back into the middle. Now, I'm just going to pick up some of this paint that's on my silicone mat here and just cover my edges. Oh, Sheldon, did Sheldon just send a sticker? Oh, Sheldon, you are... Sheldon, my other brother from another mother. Sheldon, you are so generous and so kind, my friend. Thank you so much for sending me a sticker. That's really, really kind of you. And as we chat online anyway, and that's something that absolutely I cannot wait to reciprocate when we're watching your lives, my friend, okay? So here we go, my friends. After all my chitty chat and then the tilting, here is our dutchpour style dutchpour style painting. So let me know in the live chat, what do you guys think? Do you think it's good, or do you think, no, Frosty, you haven't followed the recipe and it's not good to confuse people? And let's just, if there's anybody new that's watching here, and missed the beginning or missed a little while ago when I was waffling and saying to you guys that this is just a Dutch pour style. It's not the true purest Dutch pour. I'm just tilting it, guys, because I can see there's a bit of extra paint here. Just helping that over. There we go. Sorry, who sent a sticker, Christy? Nicola, thank you so much for sending that sticker. I'm sorry I can't see it because it goes by, because my camera is pointing down right now, filming. So I can just see a huge message from Darren there popped up with a load of little smileys. That's fantastic. But here you go, my friends. So yes, this is the Dutch pour style for beginners, because we're using the same ratio, 2:1 of our US Floetrol to Dollarstore paint. And the reason why we're doing this, or why I'm doing it, is just to keep it, for you beginners, super simple. So all of the beginner techniques can be done and achieved with decent results with Dollarstore paint, US Floetrol, mixed easily 2:1. So here we go. Tell me what you think in the live chat, my friends. Do people like it, Christy, or are people like, oh? It's not, honestly, I was really a little bit nervous when this was suggested last week. Who was it that suggested it? I think it was Shannon, wasn't it? I can't remember quite now, but I was a little bit nervous. But yeah, very happy with the end results that I was able to achieve with our simple recipe of 2:1. So there we go. That's pretty good. I'm just going to wipe the edges a little bit, just to stop the paint that's dripping over. And here we go, my friends. You can see what paint is left over on our pour mat here. Wow, I just saw a sticker go by. Who was that very generous, lovely person? Luciana. I think either Luciana or Luciana. Please let me know if I'm, again, you know, absolutely butchering the pronunciation of your beautiful name. But Luciana or Luciana, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate the support. And when we have enough money, hopefully with my paychecks from YouTube, I can go out and I can buy some better lighting and some more cameras, so we can just make a more interesting and a more interactive show for you guys. So here we go. That's the Dutch pour for beginners using our easy ratio of 2:1, my friends. So there we go. If I could just give this to the lovely Vanna, and she's going to take it to our drying area. Thank you, darling. I said it correctly, did I? Luciana. Luciana. I'm so happy when I'm actually able to pronounce people's names properly. But thank you so much for joining us. That's so lovely of you. And for the sticker as well, Luciana. That's so kind. Very generous. Thank you so much. I can assure you it's all going to a good cause of getting more rags to help me clean my hands. No, I'm joking. It's going to go towards buying some more equipment so we can give you even better, more interactive show with more angles of the studio and angles of the artwork and close-ups and things like that. But look how much paint we didn't waste. Sorry, Christy's just saying something in my ear, guys. So what was that, Christy? Rhonda, another sticker just came through. I missed it because I was talking. Rhonda, thank you so much for your sticker. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I can't appreciate you enough. But here we go. There we go, guys. That's the paint we wasted. Literally like nothing. And when I first got into this all those years ago, as many people did during the lockdowns from the horrid COVID, I started watching a few different people on YouTube that were already doing acrylic pouring and acrylic pour videos. And I followed one for a little while. I won't name names or anything like that because we're a nice, happy, positive show. The show is a safe space, the same as our group on Facebook, Acrylic Pouring for Beginners, is a safe space. And if you don't know what a safe space is, guys, it's somewhere where you can not be judged and accepted for who and what you actually are. It doesn't give you free rein to kind of, voice nasty opinions or anything like that. But it's basically a safe space. It's somewhere where people know they can go for advice and help on a certain subject and get decent help for it. As you can see, look guys, I've got absolutely stained hands. But our show is a safe space right here as well. And if you're wondering why I've got elastoplast, as I call them, or a band-aid, you guys call them here, right? During my work, my 9 to 5 that I was doing, I work with my hands. I am a painter and decorator, and we're working in a rather beautiful, huge house up on the mountain where I live, that's just been purchased, and we're going through the whole house. It's wood everywhere, wooden baseboards, wooden ceilings, wooden windows, wooden door frames, wooden doors, and they were all this ghastly orange color like this. And the first thing the new owners were saying was like, oh, can you please restain it? And we're doing that. But I got a rather nasty splinter, or yes, I know I've heard it called a slither, but we're calling this now a splinter in the side of my hand here. And I've got it here. I'm not vowing for sympathy, but there we go. This is the size of the splinter. Oh, someone just sent me a sticker. Thank you so much. I can't see the name. Oh, it's Pam Jolly. Pam, thank you so much, Pam. Anyway, yeah, I'm not, pleading sympathy, but look at the virtual matchstick the doctor had to pull out of my hand. It's just a splinter. 3 stitches I needed. Three for a splinter. When I do things, I do them properly, don't I? Anyway, there's my glass of water. Thank you, Vanna. She whiskers, you're welcome. Excellent. So there we go, my friends. Can I have a new? Brilliant. Yeah, see, my hands are a little bit stained from using the black. That's why I like using the white. It doesn't stain your hands quite as much. But there we go. That was our Dutch pours for beginners, or Dutch style pours for beginners, because we weren't following the exact Dutch pour recipe. But I hope you beginners like that and like the effect. And anyone that was, thank you, my darling dear Vanna, helping me now. And I'm just going to clean my hands up a little bit more, because then I can touch the camera, which is my phone, obviously, and I don't want to cover it in paint. Brilliant. There we go. Hi. Who said? Christy's laughing again in my ear. Who said Frosty? Frosty has a boo-boo. Oh yeah, a little, yeah, a boo-boo. Thanks, B. I love you, B, too. You're lovely. But honestly though, 3 stitches. He dug around in there for about half an hour before pulling out that half a tree, basically, by comparison. Rowdy bean. Yeah, I took it like a man. For 2 days I had to wait for the doctor to come and dig it out. Take it like a man. Oh dear. That's a little chauvinistic and a little bit toxic, maybe. Toxic masculinity there. I'm joking, Sheldon. Not really. So, okay, my friends. Oh, Mel, thank you so much. Now I've got the camera pointing up. I can see your messages come through. And the sticker you just sent me, Mel. Mel, thank you so much. And to everybody that has sent stickers in support, that's just so lovely of you. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. We all appreciate your lovely comments and the interaction in the live chat. That's absolutely fantastic. So now we're just going to move on to the intermission part of the show, the middle part. Look how lovely, clean hands now. Thank you, Vanna. You're welcome, she says. Okay, excellent. Wow, 85 people, it says, is in the live chat. I can see here, Christy. Is that correct? That's awesome. Oh, okay. Christy says on her device she can't see how many people are actually logged into the live chat right now, but yeah, 85 people. Thank you so much. So let's move on with the intermission part of the show, which is going to be we're going to just very quickly go over the winners of, Lily Burns, I just, the lovely little hippopotamus is in the sticker. Thank you so much, Lily, that's so lovely. We're just going to recall the winner of last week's canvases, the little water dragon that I have to send away. I want to keep him. No. Vanna says no. And the winner was Debs. Debs, your name came up out of all of the comments on video number 11, I believe it was, we asked you to watch. Your comment came up, so I'm going to send you a direct message, email through your YouTube account, so check your emails and definitely check your junk mails, because usually the unknown email might get put there. But I'll be emailing you, asking you for your address so we can send you these two. So your handle is Debs on YouTube, and that's it, just Debs. So I'm going to try and get a message to you, and you are the winner of last week's canvases. And now let's just quickly do oh, that's actually not last week's canvases from 2 weeks ago. These are last week's canvases. It's really hard to keep up with this. These are the ones we made last week. Those are the ones we made 2 weeks ago. These are the ones we made last week. And it was the comparison between spinning and tilting. Now, if you're going for a galaxy pour, obviously, yeah, definitely go for tilting, because it gives you that beautiful kind of warped ring look. And it's very pretty indeed. But also sometimes the nice symmetry, if you don't drop a modification stick in it. But anyway, those were the two pictures. Christy's laughing again here. I just hear a little like giggle. Those are the two pictures from the beginner section last week. And this is the little cradle from the more advanced section. The twerking blooms, I believe we can call it maybe. I haven't labelled it yet, and I think that's probably what I'll call it. So if you would like to win these, all you have to do is watch video number 12, please, my friends. So just go onto my channel, YouTube channel, click on videos, and you're gonna have to scroll quite far down to find video number 12. Watch it, please, in its entirety. Or if you don't want to watch it, or you've already seen it, just let it play out for its, whole length. I think it's about 10 minutes or so. And then please just comment the word we always use, love. Comment love, and this competition ends like last night. So Saturday night at midnight, that's when I kind of call it on the comments. And then Sunday morning, we choose one of the winners, and there we go. So if you would like to win these, please watch video number 12, comment love, and we will pick a winner out next week. Excellent. So that is the two last week's and 2 weeks ago canvases. Let me just have a quick little drink. So hi Georgianne, I saw a message just come up there, and Christy is relaying a message to me in my ear, and finding it incredibly funny. Now, so this is why we ask you to send the stickers, and either go to my store and buy a piece of art, because that would also support and help me. And we're going to buy better equipment to give you guys a better show, because I think if you had a little square here on the screen and you got a picture of Darren, Christy and Bridget and G, and you can see their reactions to things, I think it would be a really fantastic, funny, extra thing to do on the show. So that's why we're asking you for the super chats and the super stickers and things like that. So let's now move on to next week's show. First, let's just mention that, please. Next week's show, me and the lovely Vanna. I mean, I am such a lucky person to be married to the gorgeous Vanna, the Vanna Swipe of acrylicart. But another fantastic bonus to marrying this beautiful Canadian woman was her father, who actually lives in Mexico. And we haven't seen him for a couple of years due to the COVID and everything like that. And now we actually can go and see him. So we've used our air miles. And on Tuesday, so just a couple of days' time, we're going to go to visit father-in-law in Mexico. But don't worry, we have sorted it out, and we are going to do a joy of pouring from the beautiful Mexico in the sunshine. I hope not to make you jealous. I mean, otherwise, if we didn't have somewhere free to stay with Dad, I don't think we would be going. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a beginner section of the joy of pouring from Mexico, and we're going to have a good laugh doing it. Now, I kind of put my thinking cap on a little bit about this and started researching and looking at the indigenous flowers of Mexico, of which there are many to choose from to get some beautiful color inspiration. I mean, the dahlia is one, the passion flower is another one, but the one I kind of stuck on as I went through the whole list was the bird of paradise flower. It's indigenous there to Mexico. So I figured it's such a beautiful, brightly coloured flower and so unusual that that would be a really good flower to use as our colour inspiration for our beginner session in Mexico. So these are the colours we're going to be using, my friends, if you would like to get them, so we can paint along with each other next week. A couple of them we've already got, or you might already have, because we've already used the pumpkin orange and we've already used the cobalt blue. So if you've got if you've got some of these left, that's great, because we're going to use those two. But also we're going to use a vivid yellow. We're going to use the Tuscan red. So these are the kind of colours I have picked to represent very primary and great contrast to each other. These are the colours I've chosen to represent the bird of paradise flower. But also I felt that on the blue part, there was a little bit of purple. So if we've got the majestic purple still, I mean, don't go out and buy it if you don't have it, guys. I don't want you to spend money needlessly. Let's use the paints you have got. But yeah, Christy says in my ear, you've got to have some purple. So we're going to throw some majestic purple in that, I'm going to try and hold them all up now, in the five-star lineup. Okay, guys. And as I saw, they actually do a gold in the acrylic, gold metallic. There we go. And I figured, well, this isn't, you know, in the bird of paradise flower. And we haven't put any green in there either. We're just really looking at the flower. But I figured with these beautiful colours, if we throw some gold in there as well, it's going to be a really fun, super bright colour palette to use for some fun while we're painting in Mexico. So that's going to be next week, my friends. Same time, I know where we are in Mexico, it's 2 hours ahead of us. So I'll be painting at 4 o'clock, which will still be 2 o'clock on... Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not too sure. Vanna has just leant back and thrown a spanner in my work saying it's the same time. I don't think so, doll. Anyway, we will sort this out and we will let you know. It will be the same times as we always post, 2 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 10 p.m. in England, 11 p.m. Europe, and 7 a.m. in the morning on Monday morning for you guys in Eastern Australia. And a big shout out to all of you. Thank you for getting up and joining us. And let's give the Wombat some love for getting up so early so he can be in the live chat here, guys, as a fabulous co-host. Phoenix Floetrol. Hi, Phoenix Floetrol. That's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I just saw a message go up there. That was quite nice. Excellent. There we go. Message from Christy. Hello. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Sheldon, I can just see the messages coming up right now. So these are the colours. Should we just run through them again quickly? It is the Tuscan red. It is the vivid yellow. It is the cobalt blue. It is the pumpkin orange. And then for the hell of it, let's throw in some majestic purple and then some gold. Okay, guys, so that's our color palette for next week. And we're going to be painting again on a 8x10. This is what I'm going to be taking away with me. I have a little bottle of Floetrol, travel size Floetrol. We have some paints and we're going to be painting in Mexico for you. And then after the live coming at you from Mexico next Sunday, we are going to try and have a bit of an acrylic crazy train. So as soon as the live's finished, there's going to be a premiere or a live by one of our other fantastic co-hosts in the live chat right now, or our more valued contributors in acrylic pouring for beginners. They're all going to either do premieres or they're going to do lives, and we're going to try and keep the acrylic train rolling after the live coming at you from Mexico, and see how long we can keep this acrylic train going. Oh, Kathy, I just been relayed a message and I didn't see it, but Kathy said, thank you so much. I've been really learning a lot. Well, Kathy, thank you so much for joining us. And that just nicely links us up to the best way that we can get the word spread far and wide about our little show here. So everybody that's watching at home, please, all of our subscribers and everybody, whether you're subscribed to or not, if you've not, please subscribe. It really would be great. Yes, if you could please spread the word far and wide about our little show on a Sunday afternoon, The Joy of Pouring. I don't call it my show. It's not my show. It's all of our shows. It's Christy's show as well. It's Bridget's show. It's Darren's show. It's G's show. It's also everybody, all the valued contributors to the Acrylic Pouring for Beginners Facebook group. Sheldon, Shannon, Britt as well. And I know I'm missing people out. I'm really sorry, but it's just my brain firing the names that I do know and can recall immediately on the fly. But thank you guys so much. But please, please tell everybody you know, spread the word far and wide about our little show, and let's get the viewing numbers up a little bit. That would be fantastic. Okay. So those were our painting next week in Mexico. Oh dear. And I think I'm just going to, this is quite a pretty little test piece. I might throw that in with the, if you're unlucky, I might throw this in with last week's canvases. You've got to laugh at yourself, because if you don't laugh at yourself, how can you laugh at anything else, really? Anyway, great. So the more advanced section that we are now just moving on to, let's just, before we move on to the Q&A there, let's just go over, after this live finishes at 4 o'clock, we are going to have Venom. Darren from Venom Fluid Art has a premiere at 4 p.m. So we're going to cut this just a little bit before, give you guys time to go and get a little snack and a drink and stuff, but then get back to the YouTube for 4 p.m. because our very own, our lovable wombat, Darren from Venom Fluid Arts, has a premiere, and I would really love you to go to that and show him your support. Now, after Venom, after Darren at 4:15, we have a premiere from our lovely, our beloved, my beloved #1 fan, Christy, who's in my ear hole, our USA correspondent. She has a premiere at 4:15. So that's why we're going to wrap this up just a little bit early, so you can get a snack and a drink, and then you can sit down, watch Darren's premiere, and then we're going to go straight into Christy's premiere. And then we're going to give you another little break, just so you can get a few more snacks and whatnot. And then we've got another premiere from one of our lovelies, our Shan Bean, our very own Shan Bean from Acrylic Pouring from Beginners, Shan B Fluid Art on YouTube. She is having her premiere. I believe it's her first premiere, and I would love it if you guys would go and show her some support. Be there in the live chat and send us some love. So yeah, that's Shannon from Shan B Fluid Art. Now, I think we still aren't, I haven't heard anything yet from Christy, so I guess they still can't post links in the live chat. Now, it's obviously something that I've done in a selection or section going live, and I haven't done it properly. I'm sorry, this is why they can't post the links. So what you're going to have to do, because we can't give it to you really easily in the live chat, is you'll have to search for Venom Fluid Art. So after we're done here, just go in the YouTube search bar, Venom Fluid Art, up will pop Darren's channel, click on his channel, and then his live premiere that's waiting to go will be there for you to click on and watch. And the same goes for our lovely Creations by Christy. Yeah, just search for Creations, and Christy is with a K. Creations, is it by, or, yeah, Creations by Christy. By Christy. Yeah, I got it. Down to myself. Yeah, just search for Creations with a K by Christy with a K in the search bar of YouTube, and that will take you to Christy's channel. Click on the channel, and then her premiere will be there. And then the last one, Shan B. Oh, I'm sorry, Christy's just saying something to me. What was that, darling? Wombat has, yes, Darren has got Christy's link on the end of his premiere, which is fantastic. But for Shannon's premiere, which is at 5 o'clock after we've just, filled the drink up and got another couple of crackers or something, Shannon's premiere at 5 p.m. this evening, and you're just going to have to search for Shan B Fluid Art, and the B stands for beans because that's her jelly bean name, and jelly beans are the affectionate term we give all of our members in Acrylic Pouring for Beginners. And if you don't know about the group and you haven't joined, please do go onto Facebook, search for Acrylic Pouring for Beginners, and you'll find our group. Our little logo is a grey background with a colourful little logo, and please join it, because it's a place for you guys if you've been painting at home with me. It's a place for you to post your pictures if you'd like to share them with us, and just use the hashtag Joy of Pouring. Chitty chat, 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 chat. Now I'm just looking, going over. Yeah, really. I think I've covered everything really quite nicely. Is there anything I'm missing, Vanna, or I am missing out on Christy in my ear? Nothing, right? Okay, well, that's brilliant. You know, I mean, there's no questions because you guys do such a good job of being, you know, I refer to them as co-hosts, but they're also the co-producers of the show. All of them have, you know, input into what we do here because all of them are so amazing. Oh, Janice Lamson, that Jan Bean, that's so kind of you. Thank you, Janice. Wow. She just sent a sticker. And if you guys don't know what stickers are or the super chats are, if you look in the bottom of your screen, the bottom right where you type the messages in so you can interact in the live chat, there's a little dollar sign. If you click on that, it will take you to a little option where you can choose sticker packs and values of stickers, and you can send them to me. And it's just a great way to support the young YouTubers or the small YouTubers, earn a small revenue just to help us grow and help us produce better shows for you, get better equipment and materials to make you pictures and things like that. So if you'd like to do that, I would be very, very happy. Also, you could go to my Facebook profile, Frosty Eye Candy, and you could click shop there. I have a shop there in my profile, where a lot of the pictures that we make here and that you've seen me make. Thank you, Laura Belai. Oh, no, I hope I haven't, Balai? Laura Belai, thank you so much for that lovely, lovely sticker. I hope I've pronounced your name right. Balai. It's very pretty and unusual. I hope I haven't butchered it. Excellent. I just see Christy saying, Pam, I shall ask him. What would you like to ask me, Christy? Of course, Pam Jolly. She just had the question relayed to me. She wanted to see the, I guess you might have been a bit late joining or something, Pam. No problems, no problem joining late. We can watch this whenever we like. She wanted to see the consistency of the paints that I was using for the Dutch style pour, not real Dutch pour, because I wasn't using any water in this recipe, because when I did, it just turned them all to mud really quickly. I can just see another sticker has just popped up there. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't read it at this angle, but oh, Crystal Mason. Hi there, Crystal Bean. Oh, Crystal Bean, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you, darling, for your support. Yes, so here we go, Pam. That is the consistency. It's 2-to-1 US Floetrol to the Dollarstore paint. Is that a good view of the consistency, Christy? There we go, guys. So I hope that's good for you, Pam. That was the consistency. And as you can see, it really worked quite well. I can show you one of the test pieces that I did through the week. And as you can see, this one is on a white background. It's not strictly following the dutchpour recipe. I decided just to use the same recipe for the beginner section that we have been using all along, just to keep it nice and simple and really hammer home the consistency is key. Because as long as we stick to this nice ratio here, and all the paints are the same, the Floetrol's the same, we get really good results because we have an even consistency with all of our paints. So there we go, my friends. That's why it was Dutch style, inverted air quotes, floating air quotes, Dutch style pour rather than a actual kind of purist Dutch pour. But as you can see, I think a purist would be quite happy. We've got no cells really at all anywhere. Now, personally, I love cells, but some of the purists don't. So Christy's just got another question for me. She's just mentioning in my ear, how can I help? All right, so Jody. Hi there, Jody. Thank you very much for the question. She wanted to know if we've done any other pours using metallics. Now, does she mean in the show, or have I personally... Oh, no, using all metallics, didn't you just say, Christy?
Yes.
Brilliant. Now, yes, I have done pours using only metallics. I used, and here we go, we're kind of looking in my little paint store and stash here. I have done... I did some really large canvases using only the gold decoart, the white pearl decoart metallics, And then I used the peacock pearl, the ice blue, two ice blues, and also this one, it was a lovely rose gold. But I used all bronzes and golds and only metallics in it. And I did 2 open cut pours, and it was on a really large canvas, almost 3 feet by 2 feet. Now I used around about, in one of these, I believe these are 16 ounces, these solo cups. And for a piece that big, almost 2 feet by 3 feet, I used 2 of these full of the colours. So I had one lot of metallics here and then another lot of metallics. So that was like 32 ounces in total. And if that's also what you were asking, I'll give you some more knowledge. I found that using 32 ounces, 2 of these 16, was more than enough paint to cover 2 3 by 3 feet canvas. I don't have them anymore because I sold them. So I can't show you, I'm afraid, but there we go. Have I got any? I'm trying to think if I've got any if I've still got any just using those metallics. And no, it was an awful long time ago before I actually took the Shelley Art course. And if you'd like to know what the Shelley Art course is, Shelley Carruthers is a lovely Australian lady. I can't say whether she invented the bloom technique. I don't want to start an argument or anything like that. We are Switzerland and we are neutral. But what we can say is that Shelley Carruthers is absolutely a pioneer of the art form of doing the acrylic art bloom. And I'm a patron of hers as such. I'm a student of hers. I took her course and graduated. If you'd like to know what the course is, it's an online course. It's at www.sheleeart. Now that's spelled SHELEE. You wouldn't believe the incredible hassle I had trying not to call her Sheely for ages, but Shelley Art. Yeah, Christy says me too. Keep calling her Sheely all the time, but Shelley, www.sheleeart.com.au, and that's Australia. That will take you to her site and you can see all about it. Oh, Anna Roberts, thank you so much for a very generous sticker there and a cute little fox. Thank you so much. Yes, if you'd like to go there. Lynn. Oh, is that Lynn Minion? Are you in the chat, Lynn? Hi there, Lynn. Oh, Lynn Winans. Yes, that's Winans. That's Lynn Winans. That's Mama. That's Mama Bear. That's Mama Bear that lives downstairs in our house. We're very lucky to have we're very lucky to have a lovely family home. Vanna and I live in the top part, and then we have a 3-bedroom. It's not a basement suite; it's on ground level. It's really lovely. But my in-laws and Sean Vanna's father-in-law and mother live down there. Oh, sorry, stepfather, there we go, stepfather-in-law live downstairs, and it's a lovely family house. And that's who's Lynn Winans is. And Lynn, yes, you do, don't you, Mama? You do have one of my all metallics downstairs. So I think we might have to get that up so we can show people in a future show. Anyway, so that's enough of me chatting. Sorry, Christy. Anna Roberts and Kendo Ratcliffe, thank you so much. You sent me another sticker. I may have missed it, but I'm being told about it here. We don't like to miss those when you send us stickers because your support is so wonderful and generous, and we can't thank you enough for it. And the least we can do is give you a shout out and thank you for it. So I'm going to get my water again. And we are going to move on to the advanced side of the show. And this week it was going to be questions and answers. Oh, sorry. Let's just press pause on that for a second and let's just rewind back a little bit. One thing I forgot to tell you about the Mexico show is we went through the colors that we're going to be using in Mexico and why we're using those colors. The bird of paradise is one of Mexico's indigenous flowers, or South America's indigenous flowers. And we are going to be, the style that we're actually going to do is going to be left up to you lovely jelly beans, the beginners in the group and the beginners in the live chat. You guys are going to be able to tell me next week when I'm in Mexico what style you would like me to do. Okay, so you can start right now if you like in the live chat saying what would you like me to work on with those colours, what technique would you like me to use with those lovely bird of paradise colours next week in Mexico. So you can start now in the live chat, or in the live chat as we start next Sunday, you can tell us and you can call out, and the majority will rule, and we will do whatever you guys actually want to do. Okay, so now the more advanced side, the question, the Q&A, we were going to really concentrate on this this week. If you guys have got any burning questions that haven't already been answered by my amazing co-hosts and my co-producers and my lovely, beautiful friends and family that are in the live chat, if there are any direct questions that they haven't answered, or if you're going to try and throw me a curveball, or if someone suggests dancing again, I can't promise anything, but you know how we like to have a bit of a fun and a bit of a giggle here in the joy of pouring. No, I can hear Vanna is snickering already, so twerk transfer. Thank you, Sheldon, a twerk transfer. Oh, dear me. So are there any questions, guys? Or really, you know, have my amazing co-hosts already answered it and everything for us all? Fantastic. So somebody's just, do we know who asked it? Nicole, I'm sorry, I can't see your message as it came up. So Nicola. There we go. How long do we leave our paintings to cure? Now, okay, drying and curing, right? Drying is where it's dry to the touch. Curing is where the thin layer of paint is dried completely all the way through. So it is absolutely, totally dry. And that's what we really want. We want our paintings to be cured before we put resin on them. Now, each resin is different. I prefer to use the magic resin. And Vanna, my dear, could you just scoot and get me the magic resin so we can show you lovelies at home? No, it's in the drying room, Vanna. Thank you, my dear. So yeah, the resin I use is a resin called Magic Resin. It comes from, I get it from Amazon, and I get great results with it. Let's just have a look at some of the results. Oh, here we go, Vanna. Thank you, my dear Vanna. This is the resin that we use, the hard top coat, isn't it? Something like that, I think it's called. But the Magic Resin, and it's absolutely very, very good resin. How long do I leave my paintings for before I actually resin them, and how long do they take to cure? Now, if the painting is very much like this one, and this is one that I've used this canvas a few times and poured over it maybe about 3 times, I think, or so. So when you've got a few layers of paint on here, it's going to take slightly longer to cure before you can actually resin it, okay? But that being said, here are the 2 pictures that we gave away to the very lucky Debs. If we've got Debs in the live chat, you won, Debs. Congratulations, you won the water dragon. But these, I only painted them 2 weeks ago, and then really they were fresh canvases, fresh cradles. There wasn't a layer of paint on them before, just primed, and they were dry to the touch within about, well, they were dry within a day. Cured, I would say really you would want to leave it about a week. However, these are only like 3 days old. So, and I put resin on them and bingo, you can see the resin worked really beautiful. So if they're fresh cradles or a fresh canvas just with 1 layer of paint, it will be cured in a few days, and then you can resin it within 3 days really. Unless it's a huge piece with lots and lots of paint. You know, the smaller the pieces, the less paint, the quicker it dries, right? Obviously. So if they're large pieces, I would definitely leave them a week or 2. But if it's a small little piece like this on a fresh canvas, yep, they'll be dry within a day, touch dry, cured within a few days, and resinable virtually within 3 days. But there we go. Excellent. That was a great question. Thank you very much, Nicola. Kathy, great question. Have I ever paint poured on a vase, as Christy would say in my ear? But if you're speaking to me, a vase Christy's like, I wonder, I always know like how you could pronounce that. Yeah, a vase. We put an R in things, don't we? You know, tomato, vase, bath, grass. Oh, blueberry. There we go. And I'll do it for you, Bridget. I'll do it for you. Gouache. Yes, that we now know is gouache. Okay. But I think we will just call it whatever comes to mind at the time, really. But gouache. There we go. So, I haven't got any paints mixed up or anything like that for this more advanced side of the show. We were really just concentrating on questions and answers for you guys. Not that there really could be any question that our fantastic, my fantastic family and co-hosts, co-producers in the live chat haven't answered already, or even Vanna as well, because bless her, you know, we got into this, interested in this during the lockdown. So she's done a lot of acrylic pouring too and everything like that. And it's something that greatly interests her. And something she's very happy about, to be the beautiful Vanna Swipe of acrylic pouring. We love our Vanna Swipe, yes. Christy just says in my ear, and everybody says in the light. Yes, she says, yes, you should. Yes, Vanna is fantastic. Okay, so we've got about, it says here, I'm almost at 1 hour, no, an hour and a half, 89, 50, 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half, my friends. I don't like to drag these on too long if people aren't really asking questions or anything like that, because I don't want to put people off that missed the live when they see it's a whole 2 hours and they're like, wow, that's a long time, 2 hours. But I tell you, it's crazy. 2 hours goes by, bang, just like this. It's so astounding how easy it is for the time to go past. Hi there, Georgianne. Hi there, Denise. Hi there, Heather. Hi there. I had a question, said Heather. What was your question, Heather? Heather Gordon. And now we're waiting for her to type. We'll get it in a minute. Okay, so Bridget's just commenting gouache. Christy wasn't sure, maybe your question, there was one that she tried to catch but missed about cleaning a painting, if you want to varnish it. Or... right, okay, well, let's just talk about that real quick. If you've used silicone in your paints in any way and you want to varnish your piece after it's fully dried, or you want to resin it, you are going to have to really clean it very, very thoroughly. Now, there's many different ways of doing this. Some people say very gently, soap and water, dish soap and water, da, da, da. I found the best way to clean a piece, not that I use silicone anymore, but when I did, best way to actually clean a piece would be the baby wet wipes. It's really quite astounding, the baby wet wipes and the moisture that's on them. I mean, they're formulated for little babies' butts, right? But they take, a wet wipe takes oil spray paint off my hands. Sure, I have to rub it a little bit, you know, with the moisture that's on the wet wipe, but it takes oil spray paint off my hands. So as long as you're gentle with your piece, your acrylic pour, and you use a couple of wet wipes and just really thoroughly, nicely, gently wash it with the wet wipes, then you should be able to varnish it or resin it straight away as soon as it's dried. You will know if there's still some silicone or oil or dirt or debris on the piece, because it will do what we call fish eyeing, and it won't kind of, it will look like the resin has jumped off one little spot and is completely empty. So that's why we have to clean it. If that does happen to you, all you need to do is wait for the resin to dry, give it a light sand, and then recoat it again with resin, and that will cover those little spots in. I've got Vanna over here, has got a question for me. Hey, Vanna. Vanna is saying, yes, if you use, if you're using resin and you are resining a canvas, you are, it does say on the bottles of the resin that I use, the magic resin, it does say to brush with a brush a coat on first, and then let that dry, because that will go rigid then, and it will be a nice, better surface for you to pour the rest of the actual resin on without the canvas sagging. Now, that happens very much with a lot of the canvases, especially when we go to the larger size canvases. That's why I use, and have used, really, is the wooden cradles that I can get from the same dollar store that I get the 8x10 canvases in the pack of 10 for like $15. You know, these are $1.50 each, obviously doing the math. These come out at $3 each. So, you know, it's if you're on a budget, you know, you're going to go for these. But then again, if you're on a budget, it's not too likely that you're going to get into resin unless you already have some, and really get into the acrylic pouring and realize the values of coating your pieces in resin. Because obviously when you have a nice hard substrate like this, when you coat them in resin, let me get one that is coated in resin. When you coat them in resin, obviously it just gives you this absolutely beautiful, flawless finish, and it kind of sits up on the edge, looking a bit like a gem, you know. But there we go, the beautiful results we can get from using resin here. And if you, like me, are owned by a feline, have a feline house lion, trying to resin and get a coat of resin without, you know, the little addition of a piece of mu fur is quite an accomplishment. But now all I say, yeah, it's Hugo adding his own. He's making its uniqueness, feline uniqueness of a bit of hair in it. But there we go. Yes, that's my chitty chat about resin. Oh, and as we've just mentioned, resin. Can we just say with resin, if you are thinking about doing it, please look up online about taking safety precautions, because even this stuff says, oh, it's totally fine, it's odor free, it's totally safe. No, it isn't. They are telling fibs, and I am speaking from my lovely brother from another mother, our resident resin expert, the Wombat, will tell you that even the stuff that says it doesn't give off harmful fumes, if it's epoxy resin, yes, it does. Some do more than others. This might be less, but when you mix these two parts, it off-gasses, and the vapors are very toxic and very damaging to your lungs. So you need to use a breathing mask. And something it does say is use in a ventilated area. Well, you know, that's not very clever, because if it's ventilated, then we've got bits of dust and stuff coming through. So I do it in a closed room, but I do it with a full-on respiratory mask just to protect our lungs, because even the stuff that says it doesn't have any fumes, yes, it does. So please just take some precautions, please, my jelly beans. Anna Roberts, hi there. She says, thank you for answering my question. Anna, you are more than welcome, Anna. Are there... Oh, Heather's still got her question. Okay, so who was that, my dear Christy? Who's that? Heather Gordon. And Heather Gordon was asking specifically, I'm getting the question here. Repeat yourself, please, darling. Sorry. Right, okay, so Heather Gordon, she's having issues with her pours drying and with varnishing, and she's asking specifically about how the humidity, how the environment, how the temperature affects your actual pours. So this is a very clever and complex question, and I'm going to try and answer it as simply as I can without waffling too much and getting lost or boring you guys, because we're now at 97, and I see our chat room has kind of dropped just a little bit. So, you know, I don't want to bore people, but the way temperature, environment, and humidity and weather affect your pours, yes, they do. So really, ideally, if you have a space that's a nice even temperature, doesn't fluctuate too much through the daytime and then through the evening. This is why I use my spare back bedroom back there to use as a drying area, because the window is north facing, so it doesn't get any sun, and the temperature is nice and even there, and it doesn't fluctuate a lot. If you've also, I also am painting in a very dry environment here. This is a timber framed house, but I do have a fan going in the main room, but it's going very slowly. So it's not actually disturbing the air too much. It's just gently circulating the air. This is another thing of our environment that can affect our acrylic pours. If you have a fan anywhere, or if you have air conditioning or central air, anything like this, that can affect the temperature of your drying area, and that can affect your acrylic pours. Again, when it's very wet outside, or when I'm here, when it's very cold outside, I live on a mountain, and during the winter when it's very cold, I find that I have to, because the house is warmer, I have to mix my paints just slightly thinner. So they just kind of react the same way they would do when the environment is switched. So we're in the summer and it's a bit warmer here. I would mix them up, in the summer when it gets even warmer, I would mix them up even a little bit thinner. But when it's colder, you can go a bit thicker. Is there anything else, Christy? Am I missing there? That's quite all right, darling. You take your time. There we go. Here's a good question, and I'm very sorry. It's one that Christy saw flash by, and she can't scroll up fast enough to actually find it, so we can't say who asked it yet. But someone asked a question: how do we prep our wooden cradle boards? Now, for those that don't know what a wooden cradle is, it's just like a canvas, but rather than a canvas being stretched over the frame here, it's a piece of... Christy's just... Lily Burns question. There we go. Christy just found it, and she's, oh yeah, I just found it. What do we do to our cradles to prep them before we actually use them? Now, they come raw, just the regular wood from the dollar store here, and I give them a nice coat of Kills primer. Kills is a North American brand, I'm pretty sure. Zinza is the make. It's water-based primer, basically. But yeah, you want a nice, good, decent water-based primer. And then you prime your wooden cradle. Then let it nicely dry over a couple of days. And then I just give it a light sand, because when you prime wood, sometimes it can bring the grain of the wood up just slightly. So I give it a nice little sand all the way over. And then, as you can see on the back, I prefer the yellow frog tape to the other colors that are available. I find this is really great. Oh, sorry, I just see Heather Gordon. No wonder everyone calls me out on consistency time. Oh, Heather, sorry, your message just disappeared. One of the guys will get to it, and we will answer your question there. I'm sure it was a question. Yes, give it a light sand down. Stick the yellow frog tape. I find works better and keeps the edge nice and clean. And I even leave this on the frog tape on the back all the time while it's drying and while it's curing. And then I even leave it on when we do the resin, because after the resin, oh yes, the question about the resin. How long does it take to cure? The resin takes, or my magic resin takes 3 days to cure completely. 72 hours, it says on the tin. But again, the longer you give it, the harder and better it actually becomes. But yes, so I leave the same yellow tape on the back for even when I resin. And then when the resin is nice and cured, I pull the yellow tape off, and all the paint, all the extra resin, everything comes off, and we get a really nice clean back. Now, if you're wondering what this is on the back of my cradle here, this is something I just use to finish it off, so the back of the painting doesn't mark the wall that you hang it on. It's called hockey tape over here in Canada. It comes from Canadian Tire, I get it from. And it's like a fabric, pretty sticky fabric tape. And I just stick it on the edges of the back of my canvases just to make it look pretty and finish it off nicely. Because I'm a bit of a... I'm not a perfectionist or anything like that, and I don't want to sound too pompous saying I'm an artisan, but I come from a line of artisans. My grandfather was a jeweler, goldsmith, so was my father. We were all creative. I didn't follow in the line. But something that they always told me, and they always learned in their jewellery goldsmithing craft, was the front of your piece should be absolutely beautiful, but the back of your piece should be finished off as nicely as the front. Now, I'm not knocking anybody that leaves the back with, you know, fingerprints, and hell, I'm not perfect. Look at the back of these ones, because we were doing the beginner pours. You know, the back of them are quite, you know, a bit of a mess, but I do enjoy finishing off the back as nice as the front. Okay, friends, we're in 100 minutes already, guys, and you're still here. This is fantastic. So any more questions, Christy? All right, okay, so crystalline or someone like that. Sorry, Christy couldn't quite. Sorry, 1961. What's that, Christy? Sorry, Christy's talking in my. Oh, right, okay, we were asked a question, have you ever tried to stencil underneath a pour painting? So putting some sort of masking tape or something down first, pouring over that, then pulling the tape off. Yes, I have, and it works really well. You can do it. If you just really need to apply the stencil really nicely, obviously, and working on a canvas will be pretty hard because the canvases, as we know, are soft to the touch and move. So if you're pushing a stencil on this, it's going to bow the canvas a little bit. So I would definitely suggest using a cradle if you're going to do a stencil underneath your pour, and just make sure you prep the cradle really nicely. And whatever you're actually stenciling over to have exposed when you do the pour, let it dry, pull the stencil off. You just want to make sure that's nice and dry before you've applied the stencil. But yes, I've done it many times and it works really well. Absolutely. But again, I've used the yellow tape, frog tape, when I've been doing that. And I've also used proper stencils with aerosol glue. So there we go. Sorry, thank you. Sheldon says, Sheldon was thanking Shanby there. So guys, are there any other questions or? Okay, excellent. There we go then. I love it. Jodie asked if we could do a show, the beginner section, I'm guessing, right? Christy is talking in my ear again. Friends, I'm sorry. Christy just said that Jodie has asked if we could do a session on just metallics, so we only use metallics. So that's fantastic. We will do that. We would have that in our ideas box when we all talk to each other, the co-hosts and the producers of the show, and we will get on that. Would it be the beginner section of the show you would like that, or for the more advanced section? Would you prefer? Please let us know. Sorry, Christy, who was that again? Was it Heather that asked that? No, Jodie asked us that. Yes. Oh, thank you, Brain. It gave me the name just in the nick of time there. So that's fantastic, my friends. We're at 106 minutes now, 3:46 in the afternoon on the West Coast here. Beginner section, right, Jodie? Absolutely. Within the next few weeks, we will do a beginner section using just metallics, nothing else, and we'll have a load of fun doing that. I'm already getting pretty excited. I tell you what, guys, tell me now. So we're going to only use metallics in the beginning section of a show. What technique would you like me to do with all of those metallics? You call it, Jodie, come on. Or if anybody else has got some really good ideas, if we get a lot of them, we will go with the majority flow. But yeah, what technique would you like me to do, Jodie, with all the metallics? This has actually got me quite excited because, as I said, the piece I mentioned that I painted, I did a long time ago, before I was doing the YouTube channels or the tutorials or anything like that. It really was, again, when I first heard of the acrylic pouring and was totally besotted with it and addicted to it, I was instantly, when I was seeing people making, beautiful pictures like this, I was instantly, I want to do that, but I want to do it on a huge scale because, again, I am a graffiti artist and a stencil street artist. I don't work on the street, but it's the street art style that I actually do. And it's something I really enjoy doing. And the bigger pieces are more interesting and more intricate to do, and you can add more detail. And I just really love, going big or going home. When I snowboard, I kind of do the same thing almost. But I'd like to say I've grown up a bit more now and take a bit more of a healthy assessment before risking things on a snowboard. I don't do huge jumps or anything like that anymore now, but I'm just waffling. Are there any other questions, my dear co-hosts? Or shall I let these people go so they've got a little bit of a break before Darren's premiere at 4 p.m? I think it might be a good idea because you can go and get a drink, you can go and get a little bit of a snack, and I can have a little bit of a drink, actually. Exactly, exactly. Okay then, so my friends, I would just love to give a big shout out to my wonderful co-hosts and my producers, Christy, Darren, Bridget, G, and of course the lovely Vanna Swipe. Oh, Vansev, I just saw you had sent a $5 sticker. Vansev, thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you, guys. If you want to send a sticker, it's at the bottom right hand side of your chat window where you type in your chat. You can send us a sticker that has a monetary value and it helps support us, and we are building up our money to get better equipment so we can give you a more dynamic show, more interactive with the co-hosts and the co-producers. I would love to thank everybody, give a re-shout out to everybody I gave a shout out to at the beginning. I would love to give a shout out to everybody that isn't subscribed. Please subscribe, my friends. It really helps us maintain our watched hours and everything like that. Now, please, we have got the premiere from Venom Fluid Art, Darren, the beloved wombat from Acrylic Pouring for Beginners, and our lovely family there on Facebook. His premiere, you're going to have to search for it now in the search bar because we couldn't post links in the chat. I don't know what I did wrong, but I will sort that out. Please search for Venom Fluid Art in the search bar of your YouTube, and that will bring up his channel. Click on his channel and his premiere will be there ready and waiting. It's 10 minutes to go until Wombat's premiere at 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m. PST, so that's going to be 7 p.m. on the East Coast. My earpieces are also saying, please charge, so they're going to disconnect us soon as well, Christy. After Darren's premiere at 4:15, we have Christy's premiere. You're going to have to search for Creations by Christy, and Creations, and Christy is with a K, not a C. Search for that in the search bar of YouTube, and that's going to take you to her channel for her premiere at 4:15. And then we have a little bit of a break. Sorry, Christy, what was that? Oh, Susie, thank you so much. Hello, Christy. Christy's link for her premiere after Darren's is on his premiere, so that's going to be able there for you there. Susie Bay, I just saw you sent us a sticker. That's so nice. Heather Gordon says no twerking. Or I'm going to go and take a couple of lessons. So when I get back, if someone says twerk, I can really twerk it for you. How about that? Is that a good deal, Heather? So, and then the last premiere we have today is by Shannon, Shanby Fluid Art. Her premiere is at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please tell everybody you know about our show. Let's get the viewing numbers up. Let's get the joy of pouring a big Sunday afternoon fun time. So Sunday Fun Day, thank you so much. Family, Vanna, everybody is amazing. Oh, of course. And Vanna, I love it. Vanna reminds me. Happy pouring. Meow, the cat says.